pleased to present for your consideration.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Jabberbox Podcast, episode 23. I'm one of your hosts, Andy Bond, and with me are the Icy Blues of the Desert, the former devil himself, once again, Mr. Daniel Singleton. What's up, Dan?
Hey, what's going on?
If you're joining in for the very first time, you should know that this show is about the two of us as we ramble on through pop culture topics such as, but not limited to, games, movies, shows, and pretty much whatever else we want to jabber about. You can get the show over on youtube.com/dandydigital or over on your favorite podcast service by searching Jabberbox and hitting that subscribe button. If you like what you hear and want to be part of the show, head on over to patreon.com/dandydigital. Some housekeeping for you. Check out Dan's latest video of his unboxing of the Xbox Series X Halo Infinite Special Edition console over on youtube.com just by searching Dandy Digital. Now let's get on with the show. Dan?
Yes, sir.
It's good to have you back, man.
It's good to be back.
So how was your trip to Vegas?
The event I went for was awesome, which was to be expected. Vegas itself, though, not so great. Not so great. No, everything is wildly overpriced. And dirty and run down. We were on the Strip primarily, and apparently the place to be in Vegas now is Old Vegas, like the Fremont area, downtown, or off the Strip at places like the Palms or Rio. On the Strip, everywhere we went was beat up, needed repairs, expensive. We were really expecting our biggest expense to be the room itself.
Right.
And not even close. The food cost for 2 people for 4 days was triple what we paid for our room. And we did not go anywhere special.
Damn. That sucks.
Yeah.
I think that they're trying to recoup some costs that they lost for COVID, for the shutdown.
I don't even know. Like, there was a little, we stayed at the Flamingo.
Yeah.
And in there, they have a little, it's like a Mexican restaurant, basically. And so Jessica ordered just 3 of those little tiny street tacos. And they were like $26.
That's crazy.
Outrageous. So, if anyone's planning on going, I recommend going Fremont or off Strip. But other than that, it was a lot of fun. Got to see a lot of old friends, hang out, had a good time. So the company was awesome, but Vegas itself was just not what it once was.
Right. Well, it's a shame, but I'm glad that the event that you went to was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was good it was a military unit reunion for everybody that had deployed to Iraq and been in combat together and all that jazz. So it was good to catch up and see a lot of those guys again.
Cool. Awesome, man. Well, that's cool. I'm again glad that it happened, and it's like a nice refresher once you get to meet those people that you know pretty intimately in a lot of cases, especially for like the military,
Yeah, definitely. It's pretty much, it's therapeutic, honestly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was good. How's your time been? How was Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was okay.
Just okay.
Yes. I mean, Thanksgiving's never really my favorite holiday. Food is good. I enjoyed food. So I went over to my mom's house and I hung out with my sister and my mom and my nephews and niece, and we played Animal Crossing because all of us except for my mom has a Switch, so we all played. We were playing games. So we did that. I ate a lot, and then spent a couple hours there. Then we headed over to Mary's sister's house because she's the one that was doing the food, and so her brother-in-law was smoking the turkey this year, which turned out so fucking good, man. Like, I was enjoying the leftovers quite a bit with that. So they did like a salt brine,
Okay.
right? So they soaked it for 24 hours or so, or the day before, you know what I mean? And then after they pulled it out, they took like a garlic, whatever seasoning that they did, and they put it between the skin and the meat. And then they smoked it for a couple hours, right? You know, for a handful of hours. And it was so fucking juicy. And it continued to stay juicy for the next couple days because we took some home.
Ooh,
and we were making
nice.
that shit for lunch, man. And I was like sitting there while I'm putting shit on the plate to put it in, you know, to heat it up. I'm like, well, you can eat turkey cold. So I'm eating it. I was like, one piece for the plate, one piece for me. And it was so fucking good that I was so excited that a sound erupted from me when I ate it. I was like, it's just like I smelled it and I tasted it and I was all, woo! And Mary's like, what the fuck was that? She's like, what? And I was like, nothing. I was just very excited about the turkey. She thinks that's funny and weird at the same time. But I was like, it's like my mouth is watering right now talking about it. It is so fucking good, man. Like, this is how you do it. So after that, you know, we didn't stay out too late. We came home and watched some TV after that and just fucking vegged out. And I didn't really eat for the next couple days because I was so full.
I have a similar experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of vegged out and didn't really eat much for probably a solid day afterwards. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah. So, which is good that I was able to get that out of the way, get all the eating and shit out of the way, because we're actually doing a new challenge this week, or not this week, I guess this month, right?
The whole month.
So our buddy Adam brought up the idea of doing the 100 push-up a day challenge for the entire month of December, which I was all for, you know, I was in, but I wasn't sure how in I was mentally, or I guess physically, you know? So the first day we were supposed to do a number of push-ups, as many push-ups as we could first thing out the gate, and that would be our max. That was, and then that's
to get the baseline.
Right, so that we could go back at the end of the month and try to see where we're at, you know, from there. Where's my list now? So I've been keeping it on a notepad on my phone, and I did a max of 21 push-ups, which is sad. But, you know,
that's not that bad, honestly.
Yeah, but when I think of like people who are in fit doing push-ups, they're probably pushing like 80. 90 and before
sure,
they're like,
but they've also been doing it all, you know, every day for a long time.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, honestly, like I saw yours. Like you said that you did 18. Shane said he did, I forget how many. And then I was like, as long as I beat Shane. And so I pushed it to 21 and I was like, okay. And that was pushing it. And then from there, I was like, okay, I did, you know, another 4 just to bring it up to a 25. And then I was doing 10, 15, 20 or whatever. And then like that hurt, you know, especially for somebody who doesn't do the push-ups. Right? Yeah. It's like, so that I think cost me in the second day, or I wouldn't say it really cost me as more as it like, okay, like the next, so Tuesday, so Monday I hit 100. Tuesday, I was like, I'm not going to do the sporadic random number one. I was like, I'm going to do 10 every hour. That way it would give me a doable amount within a reasonable amount of time. I could still do everything I need to do during the day. And it's going to give my body enough rest, you know, in between, so I don't feel like I'm dying. And I was able to actually knock that out pretty easily yesterday. So I hit that. And then today I woke up and I'm still sore. Like my chest is sore and my triceps are sore. But I was able to do push-ups almost, you know, I don't want to say without trouble, because I had a little bit of trouble, but it was a lot easier and a lot less painful than the day before. So
I dig it.
Yeah. So I hit my 100 for all 3 days so far. So for the month of December, I'm at 300 push-ups.
Me
and I'm gonna
too.
fucking keep going.
Actually, just before we started recording, I cranked out my last 20 for today. So I'm at 100 for the day. I'm at 300 for the month so far. My problem has not been my arms or chest, though. Mine has been my lower abs. Like, I'm having a hard time keeping my form when I do it.
And you're doing standard push-ups, right?
Yes.
So I struggle with that, or I did like halfway through the second day, I think it was. I couldn't do the standard form. And the goal, we're not here to like do like a certain set of push-ups. As long as we're doing the push-ups, whether it be on your knees or whatever.
However you need to do them, as long as it's 100.
So what I do when on my knees is, I don't know, like I could have swore I see like military do it this way, where it's like I'll get on my knees and I lay flat, right? And then I lift my legs up. Like from my knees, like my shins and feet, they're up in the air. So there's like a little V, and then it's the flat. You know, my back is flat, and I go straight down to the ground, which could be why it's easier for me on this one. But I plan on doing this way through the weekend, and then Monday I'm going to do a standard form push-up to see where I can do it, because that's where I started really hurting.
And different positioning will exercise different muscle groups. So if you do a wide, so if like as we get on through the month, try doing, because you're doing 10 every hour.
Yeah.
So try doing like 10 wide and then 10 narrow, and I bet you can do them back to back because it's different muscle groups.
Okay. I have been doing the wide. I felt like that actually eased up a lot, and I feel more of that in my pecs and my triceps. So that's probably why I'm feeling it there and not the other places today, because I was doing them wide.
And then there's diamond push-ups, which are not that much fun.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I just want to do wide and narrow knee push-ups and standard form push-ups. That's what I'll do this month.
Do you, boo-boo.
Yeah, man. Whatever it takes, man. But I haven't heard from Shane, though. He said he was going to try to do some yesterday after work. He was quiet, and we haven't heard from him today, Friday, as of this recording.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we got a mod in there, though. We got another person in. He's doing the 10 an hour. So that's awesome.
And we have some people supporting us by doing other stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah.
You said Jessica, she's doing sit-ups as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Mary's been doing sit-ups. Jessica's been doing sit-ups. Mary's been hitting her 100, and she's starting to feel it in her lower abs. So I'm like, all right, that's awesome. It's good. So it's fun. It wasn't fun the first day and a half. I was not, I get hurt, but today I felt good doing them, and it's like reinvigorating,
For sure.
So I'm down. We'll keep up with that and see if we're still,
it's
next
gonna be
week.
3,100 for the month. 3,100 push-ups for the month.
That's awesome. We can do it. I know it's gonna get tougher. I know it's tough on the weekends, and it's gonna be tougher on closer to the holidays. You know what I mean? Like Christmas Eve and Christmas.
Yep.
Specifically, New Year's Eve, before you go out and do whatever, make sure you get those 100 in. Those hundos.
I'm not going to lie. The first day I did not hit my 100, but then I woke up the next day and I did extra to make up for the average.
Okay.
So I'm at 300 for the month either way.
Are you keeping track of them, or are you just like on a phone?
No, I just do even numbers. So I'm not cranking out like, okay, I'm going to do 8 now and I'll do 17 this. No, it's always in increments of 5 at least. So I just keep the running number in my head throughout the day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like yesterday, it was the 10s, I did get thrown off a little bit because I was showing Mary what I was doing. And so I did 5, and then that threw me off. So I didn't like that. So I did another 5. And so there's a couple, but in my notepad, every time I do a set, I track it that way. So today I was actually able to do 20s for the most part, because as I was doing them, I'd get closer to 10. And I think 1 and 2 is usually where I struggled a little bit because my arms were pissed off. But once I started getting them moving, they were fine. So the closer I got to 10, I was like, oh, I still feel good. Let me keep going. And so I kept going. So I was doing 20s today. So I kind of did it fast. It was faster, but it was, I got more done, and I didn't want to go over 20. I felt like I could do over 20, but I didn't want to hurt myself. So I was like 20. Right. Yeah, I'm going to stop because let me pace myself. I feel like it's going to be better for me if I do it that way. Cause I would hate to be like, I feel so fucking good, and then I hit 30 and then I fucking pop something in my arm and now I can't do the challenge for the rest of the month.
Smart.
So, but that's how I've been doing it. And it's cool to see it. Mary does it. She counts it in her head a little bit, and then she writes it down in the phone because we share a notepad for this. And so I can see when she's doing she was doing like 20s or 30s at a time. And then when she reaches 100, she marks it as 100. And then I haven't done that yet. I just leave it as where I'm at. So she's actually watching my progress, and like what I'm doing at each given time. So that's pretty cool. It's going to make for a long note. So I may eventually just mark them down as 100 once I get maybe after the week or something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I can see my progression through the week and then, put it, zip file it. So it just says 100. But,
well, to counteract our health challenge.
Fuck yeah.
Cookies.
Cookies.
The complete opposite of a push-up challenge.
I do push-ups because I can eat those cookies.
That's a good way to look at it, actually. I like it.
You know what I mean?
I like it.
And it's not like I'm eating a whole fucking cookie. So it's like every 100 push-ups I do, I get to have a quarter of a crumble cookie. So that's my treat. Now, there are caveats to that because I do have an advent calendar, which is a little Lindt chocolate made in, and those are my favorite chocolates for Christmas. So I have a little teddy bear chocolate every day. And then I got a box last night of the Little Debbie Christmas cakes because that's a tradition, and I'll be damned if I don't fucking have those every year. But I'm not gorging. I got one box. I'm like, this is it. I'm only doing one box, and I'll eat one like maybe I had one today. I probably won't have one until like Sunday again, so it'll be spaced out.
Makes sense. Yeah, I'm still trying to do that. I'm back on now that the crazy November is over, where I'm not traveling all the time. I'm trying to do the fasting thing again, lose a little weight, and so I eat all of my cookies on Monday nights because I cram them into my meal window, and those are Mondays are my bad meals.
Right.
Only because I eat the cookies. I don't even eat the whole cookies. I cut them all in half. So I have the equivalent of 2.
That's not bad.
So I just, I eat my meal and then I eat them all on Monday night so I don't have to worry about it. And that's what I end up doing.
Cool, man.
But
well,
so for the past 2 weeks, we have 8 cookies, 8 new cookies.
Yeah, I don't want to say any of them broke the top 5 for me, but we had some. Oh, actually,
I had one break the top 10, not the top 5.
I think I had one. The pumpkin pie was pretty good. The cranberry. Okay, so for the first week, right, we had pumpkin pie, maple cinnamon roll, the salted caramel cheesecake.
Yep.
And then the cranberry. Oh, the
cranberry white chip featuring ocean spray.
Yeah. How are those cookies for you?
So for that group, my top one was the pumpkin pie, which was top 10, number 10, top 10 all time. It was a
fucking pumpkin pie.
It was a tiny little personal pumpkin pie, and it was fucking awesome.
You know what I really like about it compared to normal pumpkin pies is the cinnamon.
Oh, yeah, they sprinkled like the cinnamon on top, didn't they?
They sprinkled it
like
on top of it, but it was also in the crust.
Yes, it was.
And that
was on point.
You know what? It reminded me of a pumpkin pie from Village Inn.
Yeah, a little bit. I can see that. My go-to pumpkin pie these days is from Costco because they're $6. They're huge and they're amazing.
Yeah, they're pretty good. But they're not...
For the size they come and the price you pay and the quality they are, they're hard to beat.
Yeah.
Same thing with their apple pies. Apple pies aren't $6 though. I think they're 14, 15.
Yeah, but those are really good.
Those are amazing.
So I'm assuming pumpkin pie was your top one for the weekend.
For that week, that was the top one. Number 2 for me was the salted caramel cheesecake, which was a little bit surprising to me because I love caramel. We've pretty much established that at this point. Don't like salted caramel. Don't like it. Never have. This one surprised me a lot. It's the first time I've really kind of enjoyed salted caramel, but it's because I think it wasn't just salted caramel. It was the cookie. So it just kind of blended into the background.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Because cookies have a little bit of salt in them as it is. So
yeah.
I think that probably helped diffuse that conflicting flavor that I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And then what was next?
Next was maple cinnamon roll. It's a cinnamon roll. It's maple. What's not to love, right? It was a 4 out of 5 for me on that one. So the pumpkin pie was a 5. The salted caramel cheesecake was a 4. The maple cinnamon roll was a 4. And then to round out, I had a little bit of a disappointment with the cranberry white chocolate chip with ocean spray.
Really?
Yeah. It's not that it wasn't good. It's that the flavor was really, really subtle. And so it was kind of just uninteresting.
Gotcha.
I'm a big, bold flavor kind of guy. So
yeah, you like to kick you in the mouth?
Pretty much. So if a flavor is subtle, even if it's good, if it's subtle, it's not gonna be one of my favorites.
Gotcha. So I'll disagree with you on that one. So pumpkin pie was my number 1, which, I mean, it was just like the apple pie. You gave me a tiny fucking pie, and I'm a pie guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The cranberry chocolate chip was actually my second one. That one had the bold flavors. The white chocolate chips that they put in there really stood out, and then it had the cranberry aftertaste. So the cookie that I had was fantastic. Then I had the maple cinnamon roll because, like you said, it's maple cinnamon roll. What's not to love about that? And then while salted caramel was good, that was still a disappointing cookie to me. I don't like the dollop of flavor that they put in the middle only, because when you cut it into 4s, you don't get a whole lot of that flavor.
Yeah, I can see that. I get it.
So if they did the swirl, like the dulce de leche, that would give me more flavor per bite on my quarter cookies at a time. And I think that would have bumped it up higher on my list overall, which is surprising because I don't like salted caramel anything. Just, like
twinsies.
Yeah. Then moving on to the next week, which
was this week.
Yeah, this week. So we had the hot chocolate, the red velvet, the pancake, and the Snickerdoodle.
Yes. So what was your top one this week?
My top one was straight up the fucking hot chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Mine too.
That one surprised the shit out of me. Like, it looked good, right? And I was interested. But when you cut into it and you took a bite of it, like, fuck, man. That cookie was delicious.
It would have been a 5 out of 5 for me, but I knocked it down a point. Mine needed way more marshmallows. Those little crunchy marshmallows they put on there.
Yeah.
They reminded me of Lucky Charms marshmallows before they hit milk.
Mm-hmm.
Mine needed like a lot more of those. More of those would have been a 5 out of 5. But yes, that was the top one for the week. Easy.
Yep. So that was my top one. Then Snickerdoodle.
Oh, yep. We have some disagreement.
Because the Snickerdoodle is a fucking good cookie, right? And I like the doughiness of that they do, like when they do the Fat Boy Snickerdoodles.
Yeah, I had Snickerdoodle at the bottom of my list for the week.
What?
And it wasn't because it wasn't good. Again, it was because it was a very subtle flavor.
I mean, Snickerdoodles are never going to be a kick in the mouth type cookie.
They can be. They should be, in my opinion.
So then I had surprise. This is what surprised me. Now, this is 3 for the week. because you had two awesome cookies, right? Then you brought in a cookie that I was going to just immediately reject because I fucking hate red velvet, and this red velvet cookie was pretty good.
That was my number 2 for the week.
Okay. Yeah, it was good. I don't know what it is that people put in red velvet, because I've looked it up, and everywhere that I see is like everything looks like a fucking chocolate chip cookie. It's just red. But I was like, something definitely tastes different in a red velvet cupcake or something like that, because I fucking hate them. You know, if you give me a piece of cake that's red velvet, I will fucking throw it away. Right? Something about it I can't stand. But I wasn't looking forward to this cookie. And now track record shows that every cookie I've been not excited about from Crumble, because I don't like the flavors, they've surprised me. Right? The salted, the Nutella, sea salt, whatever. I don't like sea salt in my sweets. Get the fuck out of here with that. That was a really good cookie. Right? There was something else that I tried that I wasn't sure I was going to like, and I did like it. And then red velvet goes into that ranking as well. And then pancake came in last because I felt it was too similar to the waffle one and didn't do anything for me.
It was really similar to the waffle one. And it's funny that you said that about red velvet too, about it being a surprise, because I'm looking at my notes that I have in my notepad on my phone for the cookie tasting, and it literally says that easily the most surprising cookie for the week for me, because I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't see what's so special about red velvet. I don't hate it per se, but I don't go out of my way for it like some people do.
Yeah.
So I was kind of surprised by that, because it just seemed like a pretty generic, like, okay, it's going to be red velvet and it's going to have white chocolate chips. But it was really good. It was, the white chocolate chips were like a little burst of like creaminess as you would eat it. It was really nice.
Which I think would counter or go hand in hand with it because of how like people do the cupcakes. Those chocolate chips would remind me of the frosting that they put on there.
Yeah. You know, I had a thought though this week, because the buttermilk pancake cookie was so similar to the waffle cookie. Mm-hmm. I am really hoping that they do a French toast cookie.
But that sounds
because
good.
French
but now,
because French toast is way better than waffles or pancakes.
Right. But if it's based similarly like these other two, it'll be a disappointment because it'll just be the same.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
We will find out.
I hope. I don't know if they make it.
Yeah, right. Knock on wood, put it out in the universe, man. She is a kind lady. She will give us stuff. Yeah. and I'll tell you why, right? So a couple weeks back, I was talking about how I came across a Bing Crosby vinyl, right?
Yes, sir.
Then I started talking about, and this wasn't on here, or it might have been, I can't remember. But I remember talking to Mary about it. I was like, if they do a vinyl, if I come across a vinyl where it's Nat King Cole, we have to fucking get it. I just said it out loud. The universe heard me. And then last night, when I was at Target, I found a Nat King Cole Christmas vinyl. And it was a limited edition, like the Target exclusive. So it's like a transparent green. So I got something that I'm really excited for. I'm going to listen to it tomorrow. But she listens and she gives.
When we were at Target last Friday, we were at Target, Jessica and I, and we came across a Bing Crosby vinyl that we got for Christmas. It was a Christmas specials. It wasn't the one you have.
Nope, I saw it though. I'm going back for that.
That's the one we got.
Yeah, it's like the blue one with the up close of his face.
Yep.
And that's a different vinyl. I looked at the tracks and I compared them. It's a different one, so I have to go back and get that one.
Yeah, that's the one we got. We saw Nat King Cole there too, but we were like, we're gonna just pick one. So we ended up with the Bing Crosby one.
Yeah, I was like, I love Nat King Cole's shit, man. I was like, I'm going for this one. I was like, I have a Bing Crosby one, and I was like, now I need to get a Burl Ives one. Putting that out there in the universe. Burl Ives. It'll be some random shit that I find here or there, but I'm gonna get my hands on it.
We have a Patti Page vinyl of Christmas songs from the early 50s. I found it at a garage sale.
Nice.
It's an original from the early 50s of Patti Page Christmas songs. It's awesome.
That's cool. I'm very excited. Very excited about it.
Christmas music is always a good time, man. Like
It
I
is.
love this is my favorite time of year right here.
But I want to talk about Christmas music next week. I want to dive into it so we have some more time. I know Christmas just started and December just started, and I haven't listened to really any Christmas music. And I want to be able to like do our top 5 Christmas songs, right? But I want to fucking listen to it. I want to sit here. I want to have like a week to fucking tinker with this shit. I get very methodical with how I listen to music, so I'm gonna crank that shit up, and I'm gonna just
we're gonna toss the vinyls on this weekend, and this weekend is Christmas decorations.
Yeah, we did it the first or like the day after Thanksgiving.
We were going to, but we had a lot going on. Jessica's parents were in town. Her brother was here. Kids were enjoying having time with family they don't always get to see. So we just focused on that and figured, we'll do it next weekend. No big deal.
Yeah. Awesome. You'll have to let us know next week how that is. I have to replace some lights because some of the lights went out. But
we need to find our elf on a shelf. We don't know where he went.
I fucking hate Elf on a Shelf.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun.
No.
It's kind of fun.
We hate it. We didn't want it. It was pushed on us. The kids really like it. Especially Alexa. She'll go down there. She'll come and she's like, did you see where they named him Rudolph? You see where Rudolph is? No. Well, I was like, where is he? I can't tell you. You have to go find him. So that's fun, but I fucking hate it because we forget about it all the time. We're constantly like, oh shit, up at 4:00 to go fucking move them. And it's not just a regular Elf on a Shelf. It's supposed to be the one that kids are supposed to use as the plushie. So he's just, I'm like, holy, I can't wait for her to be like, I know that's not a real thing. And I'm like, great. Then we're not busting it out anymore. Because it sucks. I hate it.
No, I really enjoy it. And it's mostly because the kids enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's once he's out and that like they'll wake up and be like, they named theirs Henry.
Nice.
As soon as they wake up, they run downstairs. Where'd he go? Where is he? Oh, he's hiding. Where'd he go? Oh shit, he's up in the lights. Or oh, he's hiding out in the tree today. Like that kind of stuff. It's just fun.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
Like I did one. I think the last one I did, I grabbed him, I put him on the table, and I gave him the PlayStation controller, and he's staring at the TV.
Nice.
So Alexa was very excited about it. She's like, he's playing one of your games. I was like, that's actually your mom's games down there. So he knows better than touch my shit, So she gets really excited. I think last year we put him in her room once while she was sleeping. And when she woke up, he's hanging on the TV. She was all excited. He came to hang out with me. He's not just downstairs. That's
pretty cool.
Yeah. So that was neat. But overall, I hate the thing. And I don't, no thanks.
Different strokes for different folks, I suppose.
I guess. But speaking of Christmas and all that fun jazz, I wanted to talk about what our top 5 Christmas movies are.
Okay.
I know that there's a lot of Christmas movies. We probably have a lot of like shout outs, runner up, whatever. But what would be, let's start off with number 5. Is yours ranked?
Mine isn't. I have a list of 5, but it's not in any particular order. I could probably rank them as we talk, though. No big deal.
All right. Well, let's start with number 5.
All right. So number 5 for me, I think, is going to be Christmas Story. Christmas Story.
Okay. Why? I don't want to like compare it to the other ones, as to why it's number 5, but like Christmas Story is a solid fucking movie. Yeah. It's actually one of my favorite movies to watch on Christmas Eve, actually.
That's why, they play it on 24-hour loop on TBS on Christmas Eve.
And it's my favorite thing. I actually like to watch it. I mean, we'll watch these with family and whatever, and we'll do that throughout the day or yada yada. But there's something about the way it makes me feel at the end of the movie when I'm watching it with like Mary in the dark, downstairs when the kids are in bed. It has the same sort of ending. We're ending the movie the same way, or they're ending the movie the same way we're sitting, and yada yada. It's just like we just don't get the snow,
right?
So I like the feeling of that.
Yeah, I think it's just a classic movie for Christmas, and it's easily top 5, number 5 for me.
Nice.
I mean, it has a little bit of everything. It has guns. It has comedy. It has turkey. It has dogs.
Right.
It has electric sex in the window.
I love that fucking lamp, man. Fragile. It must be Italian.
Must be. It's a major award.
Right.
What's your number 5?
Number 5 for me is Elf.
Okay.
So it's a solid go-to. You know what I mean? The cast is great. I like the movie itself. I like the storybook. You know what I mean? Like, so did you watch the movies that made us for Elf?
I did not.
You should check that out. They talk about how they wanted to design it like a storybook, and they were modeling it after Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation video.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So which they had to make some changes, because if you look at like the elf costume from Rudolph and look at the elf costume from Elf, they're similar.
I'll have to pay closer attention, I suppose.
And then the claymation, when he's leaving, you have like the snowman and all that. Like that was essentially lifted.
Okay, I remember that, and that was kind of an obvious thing. I didn't realize that was a whole movie theme.
Yeah. So, I say check out the movies that made us for all of them, because that shit's really fucking cool. But for Christmas, you should watch the Elf one. They have Nightmare Before Christmas too, but watch Elf.
I've never really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, because it's cool to see like the behind the scenes. They also have Home Alone, which I think you should watch as well.
Okay.
Again, Christmas.
What was your number 4?
Number 4 is A Christmas Story.
Oh, what? You know what my number 4 is?
Elf.
It's Elf. We should compare notes before we record next time.
Nope. Nah, fuck that. This is more fun.
Well, we've already talked about our number 4 and our number 5, respectively. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Home Alone.
Home Alone. Okay.
I know.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm assuming you're talking about the first one.
Yeah. But the second one's really good too. I really like the first 2. After that, they're garbage completely.
Sure. Yep.
But the first one is a straight up classic. I'm still trying to talk Mary into letting us go to Airbnb. I just saw an article on IGN that they're doing an Airbnb at the house. And I want to be there in winter, like around Christmas, so we get the snow and all that. Like
it's in the suburbs of Chicago.
Yep. So I would love to fucking go there. But Home Alone, I really like Home Alone. It's always been that movie for me as a kid, where it's you get into a lot of shit and you're just a little asshole. I found it very relatable.
Fair enough.
Minus the big ass family, But yeah, I really like Home Alone. What was your number 3?
You butthead.
Right. You ate all the cheese pizza. Look what you did, you little jerk.
You filthy animals.
Right. What's the number 3?
My number 3 is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the original animated, not the Jim Carrey one, the original animated one.
Not the 2018 one?
I didn't even see that one.
You need to see that one. It's fucking funny.
Okay.
So now people have 2 minds of that one on this little tangent, right? Well, I live in a house that's divided on the 2018 movie with Benedict Cumberbatch, right? It is really fucking funny, man. It is a charming movie, and I went into that movie with a completely open mind, just like I did with the Jim Carrey one, right? And I can respect the Jim Carrey one for what it is, but if I have a choice to watch any of them, that Jim Carrey one is going to be the last one I watch. The classic one, I always watch on Christmas Eve as well, because it's a half hour. It was one of those things where it's like, that's my solid one. But the 2018 one, man, it is funny. And it's really well done. I know a lot of people give it shit for being Illumination and whatever, but because of the Despicable Me and the Minions, but it's actually a really good movie. Alexa really likes it, so she and I will watch it, and Mary and Kai won't. They don't give a shit. They're like, we don't like this, but Alexa and I have a fucking blast watching it.
Yeah, like I said, I enjoy the animated one. I haven't seen the 2018 one. I enjoy it. It's classic. It's nostalgic. I'm a big fan of that. Mm-hmm. And I can the older I get, the more I can fucking relate to the Grinch. Like,
dude,
just leave me alone, please.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know you said we're going to talk about songs next week, but my favorite Christmas song is in How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So cool. That's also a part of why it's up there on my list as number 3.
Yeah. Cool, man. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Christmas Vacation.
It's a pretty solid one. That's a runner-up for me.
Yeah.
I didn't make my top 5, but I do enjoy that one.
That is just all around. Like, it is one of the most quotable, not just Christmas movies ever made.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many jokes that can come out of that, and that have come out of that, like within my family. There's inside jokes like that are related to that movie. Like, it's just,
yeah,
you can watch it a dozen times. Shitter is full.
Yeah. I think that movie didn't reach a top 5 for me because I never saw it as a kid. I actually saw it, I want to say, within the last 10 years for the first time.
Oh, wow.
And that's when they put it in Harkins for like the Tuesday night movies, the Tuesday night classics.
Oh, yeah.
So
I love those.
So that's actually where I saw it for the first time, was in theater when they did that. And I went out with some friends, some cosplayer friends that I met, and we all went out. We went to right over here by Arrowhead. There's a sushi place there, and we had a bunch of sake bombs. And then we walked across the street to go to the movie, but we were a little late. And this is before the seats at Harkins were assigned seating, so we had to sit in the front. And I just remember sitting there completely fucking buzzed, just watching a grand movie. It was so fun. But like, I didn't grow up with it. It was just like one of those things that I just happened to go see because I was bored on a Tuesday.
There's things that I missed in that movie for years before I finally caught on to them. Like when Clark and Eddie are at the store, and Eddie's loading up those 50-pound bags of dog food into the cart.
Yeah.
And he gets a light bulb that he's going to buy, and he sets it on top, and then Eddie crushes it with another bag of dog food.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't notice that for years. So there's things in that movie that I didn't notice until much later that make it even funnier to me.
Yeah. That's cool. I like that.
What?
So it is a movie that we watch every year for sure.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's hard to even avoid that one, and so might as well just embrace it. That's my number 2. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is the Bill Murray classic Scrooged.
I
fucking love that movie. That's actually one of the first movies we put in so Mary and I like to put on a Christmas movie, drink some eggnog, wrap some gifts. That is one of the movies we watch for that. It is just so fucking funny. I love all the different ghosts that show up, Bill Murray's character in there. It's like that is a modern take on a Christmas classic that made it a Christmas classic, and it'll always be one of my favorites. Yeah, like, I still say shit from that movie throughout the year. Namely, like, when somebody says something and I'm like, I care. Like, I really enjoy that one, And then every once in a while, when we're being silly, we'll start yelling for somebody to stop the goddamn hammering. And only Mary picks up on there. Nobody else, because it's completely out of context. And it's just random. And there's a lot of times there's not hammering happening. It's just me being a fucking idiot, So it's truly a classic, and that should be on everybody's list to watch.
That's fair. I will say, because you mentioned that you watch it while you wrap presents, this is a brag. And this is not a humble brag. This is just a straight up brag. I have already wrapped all of my presents for the year. Done.
Fuck you.
Done. I did it before December even hit.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, buddy.
I will say that I got a pretty fucking cool bag. So Mary's Christmas gift, because it's going to be a sweet one. And I don't want to say it in case she listens to this.
That's
right?
fair. No, I don't. Yep.
I got a Santa bag, and it's going to be in a big fucking Santa bag.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I have a few of those on reserve in case there's anything that's awkward shaped or something I just don't feel like wrapping. But this year everything got the paper. I went through 2.5 rolls of paper this year.
Fuck.
Just
dollar store paper?
No, but I buy my paper 1 or 2 days after Christmas when it is $1 like at Target anyway. Because they're trying to get so I prepare for next year the day after Christmas or the day 2 days after. So I try to prepare. We also have a roll that I won't use for anything until the kids are older. It's huge, but that is Santa's paper.
Gotcha.
That way they don't be like, why is a present from Santa wrapped the same paper as from mom and dad?
I think that's what kills the magic for a lot of kids. The parents don't think about it that way.
Yep.
So kudos.
It's only a matter of time. I mean, Daniel will catch on. Obviously, he's older, so he'll catch on eventually before his sister. But whatever we can do to avoid those types of, especially something so easy like that, I'm going to go out of my way to try to make that a thing.
I think there was one year where my sister and I looked at gifts at our mom's house. It was on a fireplace that she had, and it just clearly, it was like 3 weeks before fucking Christmas, and there was one that's clearly fucking same wrapping paper and everything, but it says from Santa.
Yeah.
So we just like laugh. We're like, are you fucking kidding me? You can't even like pretend, you can't put that all into a closet, I was like, it's the same wrapping paper.
Yeah. Yeah. So we try to avoid that. And it also helps too that I shop for Christmas gifts all year.
Yeah.
All year. Because you never know when you're going to come across something. It's like, oh man, I think so-and-so is really going to enjoy that. Like Ed, our friend Ed, he collects bottle openers. And so throughout the year, wherever I happen to be, or if I see a cool bottle opener, I'll grab one. And then actually just today, Jessica ran the errand for me because she was out and about today anyway. She mailed a whole fucking box of a small box, but a whole box of them out to Ed of bottle openers. So there's one from here, and there's one from Chicago, and there's one from Iowa, and there's one from Vegas.
That's cool.
There's one from Houston. So wherever I happen to go, I just grab one. If I see one, then send them off for Christmas at the end of the year. It's kind of like a little tradition at this point.
Nice. You know what? Well, I don't want to get too much into a tangent, but
because
we're kind of doing whatever. But I don't care. Next year, I think I really enjoy Secret Santa, so I would like for us to get everybody together and do a Secret Santa.
I'm down for that.
And keep it fucking secret. Nothing pisses me off for a Secret Santa than when people start telling each other who they fucking got.
Yeah.
It's like dicks.
But we've gone off on quite a tangent here.
Yeah, it's Christmas. Whatever.
So, I think, did you mention your number 2?
I did my number 2.
Your number 2?
Yes.
And
my number 2 is Scrooge. Yours is Christmas Vacation.
Okay. Yep. What's your number 1?
My number 1 is Claus. The Netflix movie that came out in 2018 or 2017, something like that. I forget which year. Let me look it up. Have you seen this movie?
I haven't even heard of this movie.
Dude, it came out in 2019. It is a fucking gem. It is my number 1 Christmas movie. And everybody's going to be like, whoa, your number 1 is a 2019 movie? When you have all these classics or whatever? Yes. Look it up right now. Pull it up on Google. Search Claus. It's Klaus. So Claus. It's essentially a story about a man who is spoiled, and he his dad works for the post office, right? He runs the post office, and he sends his spoiled son to this fucking island that is just like completely deserted, and everybody hates each other, and they're trying to kill each other. So think of like the Henrys or the McCoys or whatever. I forget the hillbillies.
Fields.
Yes,
Hatfields and McCoys.
yes. So you have this whole town that hates each other like that, and he's trying to deliver mail, but like there's no post office, so he has to create it. And then he somehow comes across this guy who's a toy maker, and he starts, manipulating the guy a little bit. You have to go through those story tropes or whatever, but it's like how Santa Claus becomes Santa Claus.
So it's like an origin story.
Yes, it is, and it's all hand drawn, and the animation is, dude, it's so fucking good. Like if you've Googled it, you can see the screen. That's all hand drawn shit. It's not CG on like a backdrop or anything like that.
It's traditional animation.
Yep.
Nice.
It is so good. It is my favorite Christmas movie. I can't wait to put this on and watch it.
Okay. I guess we'll have, is it, and it's kid friendly?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Nice. I guess maybe we'll watch it while we're putting up decorations this weekend.
Yeah. Or after, like you just sit down, have some popcorn, like watch it. You know what I mean? It is a charming movie. It's fucking good, man. I can't praise it enough.
Well, my number one Christmas movie of all time is the opposite. It is not kid friendly. It is not animated. Before I say what it is, I am going to say that my shout out for my number 6
Batman Returns
is Bad Santa.
That's a good one.
Bad Santa. Like that is also a super quotable movie. And that is probably my shout out for this list. But on to my number one Christmas movie of all time is Die Hard. It's Die Hard.
Great Christmas movie.
It's a great Christmas movie. And a lot of people disagree that it's a Christmas movie, and those people are wrong.
Right. It goes up there with Batman Returns. Batman Returns is a great Christmas movie as well that doesn't get enough shout outs.
That's true. You can not like Die Hard, and I can accept that. But you can't deny that it's a Christmas movie. So it's I know it's been all over the internet now, but it doesn't feel like Christmas until I see Hans Gruber fall from Nakatomi Plaza.
Okay, I agree. That's a great list.
Yes,
that is a great list. If you're listening to this, let us know what your top 5 or your favorite Christmas movie is. And if you haven't seen any of these movies, make sure to check them out. Check out Claus, on Netflix, and check out the 2018 The Grinch movie from Illumination. It's pretty
hard to go wrong with any of the movies that we've listed.
Right. So
obviously some of them aren't going to be kid friendly. So if you have kids, keep that in mind. Die Hard, Bad Santa, stuff like that.
Great kid movies, man.
Yeah. Fuck me, Santa. Fuck me, Santa. Fuck me, Santa.
I'm telling you, that's a hot scene.
Yeah.
I was a huge fan of her.
I still am. You kidding me?
Yeah. She's all right now with like, I saw her in Mighty Ducks, but Gilmore Girls and Bad Santa, I was like, yes. I think she is one of the people that makes me really enjoy older women.
Fair enough.
All right, so that's enough of that. Next week we'll talk about some Christmas songs. So dig in, get listening. But let's move on, right?
Shall we? Yes, we shall.
So the 20th anniversary of Xbox is around, right?
Yes, sir.
And we wanted to go through the museum, but I'll let you head that since you're the Xbox fella.
Yeah. So Xbox has their 20th anniversary Xbox Museum, which can be reached by going to museum.xbox.com, and you load up and you are a 3D figure running around a circle, and it gives you all of these awesome stats over the past 20 years of Xbox related directly to you. So in my personalized museum, it shows me what my first console played was, what my first game I played was, when I first signed on, what my rarest achievements are, what game I have played the most all time. It's all sorts of fun stuff.
Okay.
So, for instance, I'm nowhere near the top of the achievement leaderboard globally all time. Not even close. But I really enjoy getting achievements.
Right.
And so it's kind of cool to see, like, the first achievement I ever received was take me to your supply point. Now, it doesn't list what game it's from, but I happen to know that it's from the first Crackdown.
Okay.
Which is the first game I ever played on Xbox Live, actually.
Well, so let's go through the cards here. Right? Okay,
so which one do you want to start on? Because you're on it, right? For yourself?
Yep.
So which one did you start on?
I just went straight to the first console played. We'll do that and then go around.
Okay. I will go over to that one. So what was your first console played?
My first console played was the Xbox 360. And that's because I was completely against the original Xbox, so I never even touched it. So I don't know the pangs of the Duke.
My first console played on here is the 360 as well. I had the original Xbox. It was stolen, and my original account was compromised. So I ended up having to create a new account. So that is what I have showing now.
Gotcha.
So unfortunately, I don't have completely all of my stats on here, sadly. I've lost about a year of gaming history before that was stolen.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So all these
my
have an
first one is,
asterisk.
yeah, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
What was your first game played? Should be right next to it.
Yep. Aegis Wing.
Oh wow. That was like their free arcade game way back when.
Yep.
That was a fun game.
When I got my 360, it was, and I wanted to go back and play more of it, but it was during the time where people didn't want to play that anymore because I got my system much later than everybody else, and so everybody had already went through it and didn't give a shit. So I played as much as I could on my own, and then that was it.
And when was the first time you signed in to Xbox Live?
So the first time, what was your first game? Crackdown?
It was Crackdown. The first Crackdown, the original.
So I have two more other cards. So,
which I don't think, actually, now that I'm thinking back, I don't think that's accurate. I don't think Crackdown was the first game I played. But that's what it says. That's what
one
it
of
says
the
in
first
here.
games you played.
Does it?
Yeah, so mine says one of the first games you played, Aegis Wing.
Yeah,
now,
mine says I didn't even notice that.
We could figure it out by going into our profile on Xbox360achievements.org or whatever it is, and they pull it and they base that shit off the dates. So because I do that with the PlayStation one, but we can do that after the show.
Yeah, so which means that my first achievement won't be accurate either. Huh? I literally just noticed that.
Yeah. So then I have one of the multiplayer games I've played. Which, do you have that card on there?
I do.
So what was yours?
Mine is Minecraft Xbox 360 edition.
Nice. Mine was Aliens Colonial Marines.
Ah.
It was a bad game, but it was fun because we had a bunch of people playing. And I think that can make a bad game fun.
That's fair. And it's true.
Yeah. So the first time I signed on to Xbox Live was March 8th, 2008.
The first time I signed in was October 15th, 2007.
Nice.
Under this account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what did you say you wanted to look at?
Hey, my Xbox Series X date is in here now.
Nice.
It wasn't earlier today. Maybe it's a 24-hour hold. But it says that the first time I signed on to an Xbox Series X or S was yesterday, which is true. Finally got some game time in on my new system.
December 2nd, 2021.
Yep.
Mine, so the first logins for each console, Xbox 360, matches my first time signed in to Xbox Live. So it's March 8th, 2008. And then I signed on to Xbox One on December 4th, 2015. And then my Xbox Series X on July 10th, 2021.
Yeah, my Xbox One was January 14th, 2017. So 9.5 years after my Xbox 360 login.
Yeah.
A little bit of a wait. First game per console. Mine's the 360 was. Oh, go ahead.
What was the first play of the? So I have a card here that says first play of most played game. So the most played game. What was the first? What was the date that you played the most?
December 12th, 2017, which was I guess it was probably. Well, I know what my most played game is, and I was kind of surprised by it, but it was Fortnite.
Yeah. So mine was on Christmas 2009, and that was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
A good game. It's a good one to play.
Right. But that surprised me because I was like, yeah, I played a lot of that one, but I could have swore there was other games on the 360 that I played a lot of, like Far Cry 3 or Assassin's Creed or anything like that, But
yeah, like I said, I'm pretty surprised by Fortnite being listed as the most played game for me because I feel like I put way more time into Battlefield 1 or Minecraft than I did Fortnite.
Yeah.
But hey, I don't know the stats.
Right?
The computers do. The computers know all.
So what was the first game per console?
360 was Crackdown. Xbox One was Battlefield 1. And Xbox Series X is Halo Infinite.
Nice.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah, I know. So for the Xbox 360, mine was Aegis Wing. The Xbox One was Project Spark, that creative game.
Okay.
And then for the Xbox Series X, it was Forza Motorsport 7. Because when I got it, everyone said Forza games pushed the graphical limits to its max. So I downloaded that off of Game Pass and I tried that out. And they weren't wrong.
Yeah, I need to get Forza, I think.
You should get Forza Horizon 5 so we can play together. 7, I just got because that was the one, the graphic fidelity of that one.
Right?
Yeah.
Motorsport 7 versus Horizon 5.
Yeah. But Horizon 5 is a lot of fun. You should get that one.
Okay.
My first achievement was Cluster Buster.
Mine was Take Me to Your Supply Point.
Which I'm assuming mine... Cluster Buster sounds like it was from Aegis Wing.
Probably. It probably was.
Then my first rare achievement was Triple Play, which I had no fucking clue what that is.
Yeah, my first rare achievement was catching up on some reading. Couldn't tell you what game it was from. That would be a nice thing if they said that.
I wish they would put a little square in the corner of the game box.
Yeah.
Or at least the name of the game that was, right underneath the name of the achievement. So
I agree. It'd be nice to know what game that those achievements go to.
Yeah. So I'm going to move on to the next section.
So it's most played game for each year for the past 5 years. So for me, it's 2021 Minecraft, 2020 Minecraft, 2019 Fortnite, 2018 Fortnite, 2017 Battlefield 1.
Woo!
I when I find a game, I stick with it.
Yeah, right.
Which, oh man, I tried to load up Minecraft on the Series X, and it said that my world is corrupted.
What?
And I'm pretty upset. I'm pretty fucking upset I've been working on that world for 3 goddamn years, and it's pretty well fucking developed. And I'm having trouble importing it to the Series X. And
Have you tried deleting it and then reinstalling it?
I have not yet. But
do you still have your? Do you what? Like, are you able to re-download it if you delete it?
Oh, the world?
Yeah, like the game, all of it.
Oh, I could probably do the game because the world itself is saved on Minecraft servers. It's not on the Xbox itself. So the problem is that because I was gone all of November, there was some huge update to Minecraft, and I didn't play it on my Xbox One X. And so the update never went through and it never altered the world the way it should have. And when I tried to import it, it said corrupted. Please reload this world on a system that you know it works on and then try re-importing it. So I re-hooked up my old Xbox, opened up Minecraft, updated it, opened the world, did a couple minor changes just to make sure it was good, saved it, closed it, shut down that Xbox, reopened my Series X, and went in and tried to reload it like it told me to, and it still said it was corrupted.
Delete it from your Series X, go into your Xbox One, boot it up, do all that, save it, and then download whatever you need to on your Series X again, and then try to import it that way.
Yeah, I might need to try that.
So my most played game for each year for 2021 is Forza Horizon 5. Like, I just cranked that fucking game. I played a lot of hours into that, apparently, because that game just came out in November. You know what I mean? So I've had this system since July. To put that game as number one, I must have just fucking dove right into it, which makes sense because that game's awesome. So 2021 is Forza Horizon 5. 2020 is Halo Master Chief Collection, which we need to get back to.
Yes, we do.
2019 is Batman, the Telltale series, which is funny because that doesn't take any time at all. So
no.
2018 was Super Lucky's Tale.
Okay.
And 2017 was Mass Effect Andromeda. Which that makes sense because that's a big ass game.
And what's your most played game? Oh, you said it was Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2 for the 360.
Mine was Fortnite. What are your top 5 most played games all time?
So the first one that they listed was it's action adventure, Assassin's Creed. Because I went after all those fucking flags and the game glitched and I'm missing 1 or 2 flags in the big central hub area that you travel between.
Right.
So I have like 980 out of 1,000 gamer score for that game.
That's frustrating.
Yeah. My most played shooter is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. The next shooter is Far Cry 3. Then I have an RPG, so it's a Record of Agrest War. And then the last one is the musical game Rock Band.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Haven't thought about that game in a while.
Right.
So for me, it is a shooter. Battlefield 1 is at the top of my list, which is what I figured was going to be my most played game ever. Next up is shooter, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Then RPG Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls.
Nice.
Shooter Fortnite is number 4. I don't know why they're listing it in this order. And then shooter to round it out, shooter PUBG.
Nice. Okay.
Which I still play.
Yeah.
And cool. I still play Fortnite occasionally, but that's really only when a specific couple of friends are online.
Yeah.
So it's not something I play regularly anymore.
Gotcha. And then so the next one, right, is the most rare achievements.
Yes, sir. For each year.
Yeah. So what are yours?
2017, I have filled the stockpile. No idea. I don't know what any of these games are. I happen to know what this year's is just because I got it like a month ago.
Right.
So 2017 is filled the stockpile. 2018 is Bacon Marauder. 2019 is Giddy Up. 2020 is Waste Management. And 2021 is Long and Winding Road. which is from PUBG, and it's get 1,000 kills.
Nice. Yeah, you put some time into that. So did you go from the bottom to the top?
I did.
So mine from the bottom to 2016 is Iron Fist.
Okay.
No idea. 2017, Time Master. Also no idea. 2018, you got lucky this time. I'm assuming it's from Lucky's Tale.
Yeah, maybe.
2020 is Feet Firmly Planted. And then 2021 is Zestfully Clean.
Okay. But again, I think it's an oversight for them to not have included what game
Yeah,
those go
like
to.
it should have put the title there so we know, but
All right, we've only got a few more of these boxes left. So next up is like the overall tile. It's kind of like what your gamer profile looks like online.
yeah.
Similar to it anyway. It has a picture of what game you've played the most, your overall current gamer score, as well as the number of titles played, the number of achievements you've unlocked, and what game type, genre that you've played the most.
Which mine is all blank, except for the game, which shows Modern Warfare, and then the consoles owned.
Oh.
Which is weird.
Huh.
It wasn't blank when I first did this. So, but like if I go to the other side, I see it. I can tell you all that shit, you know?
Yeah, because the
like,
next series of boxes is all of that information.
Right. So I played 228 titles on my Xbox career.
I've played 303. Probably 304 with Halo Infinite. It may have not have updated yet.
Right. Total achievements earned is 2,671. I'm expecting yours to be much higher.
Hold on. Got some audio issues there, Andy.
So what did you not hear?
The total number of achievements you've unlocked is 2,000 something.
2,671.
Okay. I am at 6,160.
Nice. I'm surprised. I thought you would have at least broke into the 10,000s, but. And then, what was it? I have 260 rare achievements.
My rare achievement count is at 2,152. So 1/3 of all of my achievements are considered rare achievements.
That's crazy. And I did like the gamer score throughout the year tab. Now, because I don't normally play on Xbox, that's not my main console. It is funny that it completely just fucking drops off in certain points, right? So like my gamer score in 2016 was 255. My gamer score that I earned in 2017 was 835. The gamer score in 2018, right, was 4,385. I was like, okay, cool. 2018 I played a lot of. Nothing for 2019. Like that fucking thing is a straight 0, which I think is weird. And then in 2020, I earned 310. And then in 2021, I earned 4,125.
Dang.
So I'm catching up to 2018, but I don't think I'll beat it.
So 2018 was my high mark as well. 2017 was 19,660. 2018 was 36,530.
Holy shit.
To put that into perspective, though, in June, I'm looking at the screenshot right now. In June of 2018, because they have the leaderboards on Xbox for the month.
Yeah.
For June of 2018, I put up 22,740 gamer score in a month.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I played some games that month. I think I did nothing but play games. 2019, I had 10,265. And for 2020, I had 6,675, which is surprising because I suspect most people's gamer score went up in 2020 just because a lot of people were home.
Right.
That wasn't the case.
That
'cause
could
I
be
was working.
true. Yours should be a much higher. Mine, I think. Oh, I put a lot of trophies up for PlayStation.
So mine is low because that is when I was working every day for like 6 months at the hospital. I was working the overnight and swing shifts, and it was every day for like 4 to 6 months. So I wasn't playing games much last year. Similar to this year. This year, I'm only at 4,400 for the year, and we're toward the end here.
Fuck.
So
I'm catching up to you.
well, for the year maybe, but not overall.
Yeah, for 2021. Yeah, I'm not going to catch up to your gamer score. That's
my overall gamer score is 161,020.
Yeah, mine's 51,242.
Yeah, you have 110,000 to catch up to me.
Yeah, I'm not going to. Because it's not my main console.
Sure. So I guess the focus now is how do we keep upping these stats? And we do that by playing games. So we need to start playing games again together. I'll download Forza Horizon 5. We can start playing. Yeah, we can start playing Aliens again now that I have an Xbox that can actually fucking handle the game.
I'm excited for that. I
ran through a level last night just to test it out. It was crisp. It was good.
It's a pretty game. I'm excited to get back. And you saw that they're actually putting that game on Game Pass.
Oh, are they?
Yep. So a lot of people are going to get to play this game, which is really fucking cool.
Good. It's fun.
Yeah. So
yeah, I've noticed I haven't played because I just unboxed it and installed everything and played last night for the first time. Everything is different on this Series X, man. Like when I loaded up PUBG, it loaded up almost instantly. When I go into a match, everybody loads in pretty much instantly. The buildings all render properly. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. I will say that I like games, right? I like playing games everywhere. Yes, PlayStation's my main console, but I can still appreciate the fucking power that the Xbox Series X has. And that's what I wanted when I wanted the new Xbox. I didn't want the Series S. You know what I mean? I wanted the X.
Yeah.
So
if you're going to do it, don't
do it.
Half-ass two things.
Whole ass
one thing.
Ron Swanson. Cool, man. So that's fun. I actually like when companies do shit like this. I was really excited when Spotify just did their whole thing, which is funny because I don't use Spotify a whole lot. I'm still one of the old guys that has the newer, like the 2019 iPad or iPod Touch. So like I have my fucking 7,000 songs on there. So Spotify doesn't have a lot of the songs that I like on there, like for certain soundtracks or secret songs. You know, I hunt that shit down. So, but it's still cool to see like how many songs, how many hours you've listened to, or how many minutes of songs you've listened to. What were your top songs and top 5 bands and shit like that. I like when companies do this. I know Nintendo and PlayStation, they're getting ready to do this. They do it in January, which is when I think everybody should do that for the previous year. Because it's like, we're still doing shit, man. I can put in a lot of time and a lot of games and a lot of music listening between now and the end of the year.
For sure.
But you know, it's still cool. I'm not going to bitch about it, you know, for them giving it to me. Because a lot of companies won't. You know, my bank doesn't do that all the time. Like, this is how much money you spent on shit. You know?
Yeah, you got to do that. You got to do that accounting
right?
yourself.
Yeah. Thanks. So speaking of Xbox and Halo, like, what have you been playing, Dan?
Well, nothing unusual based on what we've talked about in the past. We've already talked to that. I tried importing my Minecraft world, and it's saying it's corrupted, so I got to keep working on that. Hopefully, I can fix that.
You will fix it. Put it out in the universe, man.
Yes. Okay. I will fix it. I played PUBG. That's a game I just enjoy playing. I enjoyed playing that before the Series X, so I was playing that today with a buddy of mine. And it's very nice. Like, it's smooth. There's no problems. And then the new game I played was Halo Infinite. I went in, messed around with that a little bit, played a game. It was very smooth, and I liked the gameplay a lot. It's a lot of fun. It's been a long time since I've played anything Halo multiplayer, so I'm gonna have to get back into the groove of that game and the capabilities of those guns that are in the game. But it was smooth. It was fun. It was nice. I didn't play any of the special game types. This was just Slayer that it happened to put me into.
Yeah.
So that's what I played, and
That's
it
the
was
thing
smooth.
going on.
It was smooth and fun.
I like it. I get my ass kicked a lot, and I have a load of screenshots that I want to send to you because there's ones where I'm like, man, that was a really good one. And it's probably like, I'll send it to you and you're going to be like, that's not that great, but it's great for me. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I killed everybody. So I got that steak-tacular, shit like that. I got, I get a lot of kills from the grave, but
whatever works.
There are certain ones. So I'm hoping like within this week, this weekend or this week, maybe we can jump on there and team up and go through some multiplayer a little bit.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Because I see when I get my ass handed to me, like there's no fucking tomorrow. I see that a lot of people are together and they all have similar names. So I can tell either you're related and you're in the same house, or you're related as friends and you guys are playing together.
Sure.
But there's but it's fun. I like playing it. Certain people where it's like, I played Oddball the other night because I've been doing Slayer. I'm trying to do the pass, right? The seasonal pass or whatever. So I'm trying to do that. But I decided to play Oddball because it hasn't been in my rotation, and I really like that. The team I played with, man, it made me actually turn the game off because they would grab it and then they would immediately drop it and just start a firefight with somebody. I was like, that's not how we're going to fucking win, man. We don't win by you killing other people. Like, grab it and fucking run. And it's up to us and to like try to protect you. But he's like running away, or he like throws the ball and then takes off. It frustrated me to no fucking end, that one. But generally, it's my favorite mode.
It is fun. What I will say is, so of course I've heard and seen all of the hubbub about their progression system and the reward system and all that. And so once I got in there and actually saw it, I understand now. I understand a lot more than just reading about it. They have photocopied Fortnite in that regard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The microtransactions and all that kind of stuff. Have I done that on Fortnite? Yeah, there's been a couple of times when I have, just because it's, sometimes it's really cool stuff. I get it.
Right.
Not everything needs to be like that though. Like in Fortnite, I can be Master Chief. They had that for sale one time. I was like, ooh, Halo. I really like Halo. So I got the Master Chief stuff. I don't do it very often, but there are a lot of people out there that have to have everything that they put out for a game. And so things like that really drain people's bank accounts quick.
Yeah.
And it was so I'm a little disappointed that they went and just basically photocopied the Fortnite.
Yeah, but a lot of it's cosmetic, right?
It's all cosmetic.
So like, I don't mind that. You can put whatever the fuck you want if it's cosmetic, as long as it's not like a pay to win thing. Like, I don't want to spend $15 on a fucking gun that's going to give me better stats, But I'll spend the money to make my suit look cool. I actually did that. I spent like $10 to get some cash, and I have the black suit with the blue.
And I haven't fully explored it yet. So if there is pay to win stuff in there,
I haven't seen any.
I haven't seen any. I'm not saying it's not in there because I haven't fully explored it yet. I played it for all of 60 minutes, and that included like updates and screwing around with my customization settings.
Yeah.
So it has not been fully checked out, but I haven't seen anything like that yet. But I'm still kind of annoyed with how they just photocopied Fortnite.
Yeah.
Almost even the layout of their store is almost identical to Fortnite's.
Oh, really?
So when I opened it up, I was like, oh, what game am I playing right now? So it seems a bit lazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everything can change. They're actually still saying multiplayer is still in beta, which is awkward to hear when the game itself comes out in 5 days.
Yeah.
So,
but not all of the game comes out in 5 days.
Right.
The co-op option for the campaign will not be out until at least May of 2022.
That drives me fucking crazy. But whatever, man. I'll go through it, and then when they do co-op, we can all run through it.
Yep. And then Forge won't be out until sometime even later than that. And they're not even telling us a date for some of this stuff.
Yeah.
They're just saying it's coming. Okay, cool. Wasn't this supposed to be a fucking launch game for the Series X as it is?
Yeah.
So what's going on?
We could have had it for a launch game, and it could have looked like the initial release, initial preview. So a delayed game is, what is that? A delayed game is delayed. I forget what they say. Like a delayed game is only bad for X amount of time, or a bad game is bad forever. I forget the actual phrase that they say.
Yeah, but it could be, it could be Cyberpunk, right?
It could be Cyberpunk.
So,
which would suck because that's that's your favorite game title. You got the console for it. You like all this shit, and then it could have been just a crapshoot.
True, but I'm fine if time is needed, but don't keep pushing it. Like if you need another year. If you need another year, just say, "Hey, we need another year."
That's what I get. I don't understand.
Check in with you in 90 days. Like, just own it and be like, "Hey, guess what?
Right.
If you want this to be good, it's going to be longer.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a year. Not okay. We're checking in with you. It's December 1st. We'll give you an update. January 3rd. What do you mean? What? No.
Yeah. I don't understand why co-op isn't part of day one, because you have the fucking campaign day one.
Yeah, which makes me wonder how smooth is the campaign going to be if they're still working on co-op.
Right. Plus, it's like an open world, is what they're saying. So, that's probably where they bit off more than they can chew. But I still think it's going to, based on what I've played in multiplayer, I think it'll be all right. It'll be, not all right and it's just all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be fun. It'll work out.
Wait until they make a World of Warcraft, both in scope and popularity, that type of game that's on console.
Yeah. So
it'll come eventually.
Yeah. Cool.
What have you been playing?
So I've been playing. So I kind of fell off Forza Horizon 5 a little bit. That's because I'm not finding myself with a lot of time. And I feel like that sort of game, you have to have some sort of time you want to dedicate to because you're driving everywhere. And so in order for me to get shit done, I need to drive there and then do it. So I've been playing a lot of the Halo multiplayer, which I'm having a blast on. I do like the Slayer. I like, I forget the fucking map, but it looks like Baghdad almost. It's like a marketplace. I don't know if you've played into it yet, but I don't know. We'll see it. That's actually really fun. So I've been playing that. I've been playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Actually, I'm on Victory Road going after the Elite Four soon. So I've done all that. I've put about 25 hours into that game already since it came out, I think on 2 weeks ago. So I play that a little bit in the mornings when I'm waiting for my reports and stuff at work to download or upload or whatever it is that I'm doing. Because I just pull it over to the side and I pop right in because it's in sleep mode, and I grind out my Pokemon and evolve them, and it's actually a lot of fun. So Sword and Shield, when that came out, I wasn't a huge fan of. It's fine, but I haven't beaten it, right? And I think it's because the way that they approached it, where it's going to be there's going to be an open world section, and the gyms aren't really like gyms; they're more like soccer arenas. And now your Pokemon get fucking giant and whatever, And I'm like, okay, cool. Then they came out with the remake of Diamond and Pearl. So I got that. I'm playing through it. So think of it like a chibi version of the original sprites, it looks really good, right? It's a traditional type Pokemon adventure. I have played through it before, but it's reignited something in me to want to play the other ones. I actually just bought Pokemon Moon on eBay. I just want it as we started recording this. So that'll be coming. And I haven't played the Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun games. So I'm going to go through that one. And then I'm trying to get my hands. I think I'm going to buy all of them digital. I don't know where they went. I had a whole bunch of them and I can't find them anywhere. So I may either somebody jacked them from me, which is unlikely, or I was the dumbass and I traded them in, which sucks because some of these games are going for like $80. I'm like, I could still play that, So I'm thinking about buying them digital on my 3DS. So that becomes my Zelda / Pokemon machine. And then I can like play those games and then transfer whatever Pokemon over to the bank that moves that over to the next game that comes out, so I can move those forward and keep my progression going and keep these ones updated. And, if anybody needs anything, then I can go catch them and then trade them over, so I'm very excited about it. I have the Pokemon fever again. So I'm going on through that one.
And I have never had the Pokemon fever. The only Pokemon game I have ever played is Pokemon Go, and even that was kind of just in passing for a week or two. I've never really played any Pokemon games. Just never caught my attention really.
Yeah, well, it's not for everybody, but your kids might be into it, so that might be a thing for the Switch. So anyway, so that's all
maybe
maybe
I'll do an unboxing for the Switch once they open it on Christmas. Unwrap it.
That'd be cool because you're getting the OLED one, right?
Yeah, it's the black and white OLED.
Fuck yeah,
version.
Man.
So we can do a quick
OLED.
We can do another unboxing video. So stay tuned, everyone. It is already wrapped. As I said earlier, all my stuff is wrapped already. So I can't do it already. I can't do it now. But after Christmas, after the family opens the family present, then I can do an unboxing for that and get it out to everybody for the new year.
Nice. Let's see here. Second, I'm trying to pull this up. So speaking of wrapping up, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. That's all I have for games, unless you have anything that you want to pop up.
No, just what's been going on, really. Just
there is
nothing
actually one thing I wanted
crazy
to touch on for games, however.
What's up?
I saw this right before we came on. PlayStation is reportedly working on an Xbox Game Pass competitor.
Ooh.
It makes sense. About fucking time. You know what I mean? Game Pass is a lot of fun, and based on the article that I saw on IGN, they're looking to do 3 different tiers for like the PlayStation Plus Pass or whatever the fuck they want to call it. So you get PlayStation Plus, which is like Xbox Gold. You're still going to be able to use it to play games online. You still get X amount of games for free, right? Each month. Then you'll probably have the Ultimate Edition, which is going to get us access to PlayStation Now, which is like all the older, like the legacy games. You get PS3, PS4, PS2, PS1. I don't think they have PS1 games on there yet, but it's all of that. And I think they're working on getting us something to play PlayStation 1 games. So that'll be really fucking cool. That'll be totally worth it, man, to spend like $60 or $70 for Game Pass Ultimate and $60 or $70 for the PlayStation 1. And I'm going to have just this whole fucking shit unlocked for me. It's going to be so much to do. There's so many games,
It never ends.
Yeah. So I hope they do it, and I hope they do it right, because I think Xbox is doing a really good job with Game Pass and how they're doing things.
Mm-hmm.
That it just makes fucking sense. If you have an Xbox, you might as well get Xbox, Game Pass Ultimate or whatever. It makes sense. That unlocks so many fucking games. I mean, that's how I'm playing Forza. That's how I'm going to play Halo. I won't have to buy it, even though at some point I will, just to support them a little bit more. But day one, I can jump in and play while, making sure I still can get shit for Christmas done.
Yeah. Yeah. If mine didn't come with a copy, my the console didn't come with a copy, I probably would have bought one.
Yeah. So more information on that for sure. But let's wrap this up with anything we've been watching. What have you been doing, man? I know you've been on your trips, but
yeah, as far as watching, it's been real slim pickings. I'm still cruising through the MCU in chronological order, which I believe you are as well, but you are only doing the movies, whereas I was doing the shows as well. So I am still in Jessica Jones season 3. I think I've only watched one episode in like the past 2 weeks just because it's been so busy with the holiday and Vegas and everything else. Yeah. So hopefully I get to start picking up some steam through December here on getting cruising through some of that again.
Yeah, man.
Other than that, it's just been a lot of Paw Patrol. The kids are on a Paw Patrol kick, and so that's what's on the TV probably a solid 90% of the time if I'm not playing a game. So nothing specific. I'm hoping to change that in December, though. How about you?
So I've been watching Hawkeye. There's going to be 6 episodes. They they put out 2, for the initial release, and then this week, the third one dropped. It's okay. It's Hawkeye. You know what I mean? I was never a huge Hawkeye fan generally, but the quality's good. The main villain that they show there is really fucking neat. I like her as a character. So, and then they're hinting at different things. So I don't want to tell you about that yet until you start watching it, but we're doing that. But ultimately it's better than WandaVision, but not as good as Falcon and Winter Soldier, and doesn't hold a torch to Loki. Mm-hmm. But we finished Avengers Endgame this weekend. We're actually going to watch the next, Spider-Man, Far From Home, so we can get into Shang-Chi and the Eternals. And then we just bought our tickets for Spider-Man a couple days ago. So we're seeing that like Saturday morning after the release.
Okay.
So we'll be seeing that in theater. I didn't want to see it in theater, but, do what you got to do. I'm not going to have somebody spoil shit for me because, I don't want to go sit in a theater.
I'm not going to go see that on opening weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. And people are selling scalpers are selling tickets for $1,000 for that fucking shit.
People are buying it. Idiots.
They're idiots. 100%. Aside from that, though, and I know you're not an anime guy, but you have to fucking watch this, man. I don't know shit about League of Legends, but Arcane on Netflix, it's so fucking good. The animation is CG, but they somehow made it look like it's like traditional, like it's a nice marriage of the two. Really fucking good. The story is awesome. I really like where the characters are going. We're only about like 4 episodes in out of 9. I fucking love it, man. The score is great. I've already listened to that a couple of times on Spotify, and the soundtrack itself with the different bands is phenomenal. Like those, aside from like one song, which is like an oldies type song that they use in a jukebox in one of the episodes, that fucking album is a goddamn banger. And I heard today that Sting, the singer, right, is going to be at the Game Awards next week, and he's going to be playing a song. And people are like, what song? He's going to play the song from the fucking Arcane soundtrack, man, which is a great goddamn song. Like, check that soundtrack out. And the show. I recommend the show too. I'm so fucking into it. And that's what I've been watching. I watched the Beatles, but we could talk about that more.
Oh, the one that's on Disney?
Yeah, Get Back. I watched, dude, within 3 days I watched all of it, which is 8 hours of fucking content total.
Whoa.
And it's essentially like the whole leading up to, them playing on the roof, doing Let It Be. Like we watched Let It Be, or I'm sorry, Get Back. And Let It Be. Like, it's almost like real time that they worked on these songs that we're seeing. It's real fucking cool. That's not going to be for everybody. You know what I mean? Because a lot of it is like, sometimes you can see them get a little crazy like after lunch when like George Harrison quit, during the sessions, they come back and they're pissed off and they don't want to work on anything. So they just fuck around on instruments. But it was really interesting. There was so much candid stuff.
It's funny that you bring up the Beatles, because when we were in Vegas, that was one of Jessica's early surprise Christmas presents. Was we went to go see the Beatles Love at the Mirage.
A great fucking show. I saw that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The seats were a little disappointing. But the show itself was really good. Yeah.
I'm glad you saw that. That was fun. I wanted to see the other ones because of that. I wanted to see Elvis. I wanted to see Michael Jackson, So, but it's a good show. If you're a Beatles fan, check it out. It may not be for you. It depends on like if you like that kind of like candid camera stuff. It is set up like a documentary, but they're not pulling them off to the side where they talk about it. It's just straight up recording, and where you get to see like all the shit that they did.
Yeah. Jessica started watching it earlier today. Obviously we didn't get through the whole thing, but we've started it here.
Yeah.
I was busy doing other stuff, so I was just kind of peeking at it every once in a while. But yeah, it's been running in the background here, so it seems like it's pretty good so far.
Yeah, I liked it. So, but that's it for what we've been watching. So let's go ahead and get on with this Q&A, and then we'll get out of everybody's ears.
Q&A with D&A.
Q&A with D&A. All right, man.
All right.
I know we both have a question, so I'm not going to try to cut us off.
And so I'll go first, so you can go second, and so we don't end. So you don't try to end the show when I'm asking my question.
Yeah.
All right, Andy.
Yes, sir.
Which historical sporting event would you most like to witness?
Anything from the Roman times, like Greek Roman times, like discus.
the actual first Olympics or something.
Yeah. Yep. I think that would be it.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good answer. Like I like that. I was mulling that question over for myself, and I didn't even really come up with an answer. Like I was thinking about like, do I want to go see Babe Ruth's called shot? But then I'm like, no, that'd probably just be disappointing because it's probably been hyped up over the decades more than it was.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So
I don't know. Like, see, like Michael Jordan's, flu-ridden win.
Yeah, like be center court on the floor for the flu game.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. Or be like midfield for the Patriots' historic Super Bowl comeback when they were down 25 points.
Or when the fucking Arizona Diamondbacks won their World Series when no other Arizona team had done it, and they're the first year team. Yeah.
Still hasn't. Which, by the way, I just want to take this opportunity to say today, right now, as I say this, because this might not be true a week from now, the Arizona Cardinals and the Phoenix Suns have the best records in their respective leagues as I say this sentence.
It's so fucking crazy, man. Let's fucking take it home. Win this shit. This is so frustrating, It is so fucking frustrating that like a brand new baseball team that we have can win, right? And we can't win anything. An Arizona team, like when they fuck up, we're like, well, it's Arizona. Like, we need to fucking win this. The Cardinals came close. They got fucking robbed against the Steelers. And I will always say they got robbed.
Oh, they did. 100%.
The Suns came close, and they got fucking lazy last year.
Yeah, that was on them.
Doing it. Fucking win, man. Like, Mary sent me a meme real quick of the Spider-Man where he's like pointing at each other.
That's exactly what I saw.
Yep. One of them's the Cardinal logo and the other one's the Phoenix Suns logo, and they're pointing at each other like, 13-1 or 13-2 or whatever the fuck the record was at the time. That it's like, fuck, win it.
Yeah, hopefully they can get there this time.
It's like, come on.
Kyler Murray's supposed to be coming back from his injury, so let's hope and pray.
Fuck. Please. I'm putting that out there in the universe. You know how crazy that would be if the Cardinals and the Suns won this year?
That'd be pretty crazy, but it's not unheard of. Was it? It
is for Arizona.
Well, for the Phoenix area, yes. But I mean, wasn't it just a few years ago where every major sports championship was won by New England-based teams in a single year?
It might be.
It was like the Patriots, the Celtics, the Bruins, and the Red Sox. I think it was like 2008, maybe. That sounds about right.
We will never get there because our fucking hockey team sucks, but like our baseball team won. I know, like, I'd like to see the Cardinals, the Suns, and the Coyotes win, but like the two of the three are doing very fucking good. Just fucking take it, man. Take it home. God damn.
And it's not like the season just started for either team either.
Right.
So, I mean, the Suns are about, a quarter of the way through the season-ish ballpark.
Yeah, get there.
And the Cardinals are about halfway or so. So, let's fucking go.
Like after, oh shit, they're playing right now. Or they're going to play in an hour against Golden State Warriors, which we just beat. So I think we're in the finals. Yeah,
wait, first.
Well, no, hold on.
It's the regular season right now for the Suns.
Okay, so we're going against Golden State again for some reason?
We are? Oh, yeah. I off the top of my head, I don't know their schedule.
Looking at it right now, we're 19-3. They're 18-3. And we're playing tonight at 8:00.
Okay.
So anyway, we have...
But as I said it's true. Yeah. They're both the best in their
19-3, man. That's fucking awesome. And then looking at the Cardinals, it doesn't fucking tell me. It just tells me their standings. No, I don't know. It's not important. You know what I mean? I mean,
they're both the best right now, and that's all that matters.
Exactly. Just take it home, man. I would like, that would be a historical. I'd like to see that.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. So, Dan.
Yes, sir.
What do you miss about childhood?
Oh.
And why is it the priest?
No,
I'm just kidding.
I think there's something to be said about childhood ignorance. I miss being ignorant of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And carefree. I guess you could say just being carefree. Like when you're a kid, you don't look around and be like, oh shit, the price of fucking beef has gone up 37% in the past 4 months.
Right.
Like
gas is almost $5.
Yeah, you don't care about those things when you're a kid. You don't realize the implications those things have on yourself and the world. Like inflation and war and politics, and it's fucking stressful, and it's shit that you get worked up over ultimately for no reason. You get caught up in the rat race. Yeah. And so I kind of miss that childhood ignorance of like my world is Legos and an original Nintendo Entertainment Center. Mm-hmm. Not, well, fuck. Like I am not going to be able to fill up my gas tank this week because it only lets you get $100 worth of gas at a time.
Right.
And my tank holds 35 gallons.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. So I think that's what I miss most about childhood personally. How about you?
I agree. I miss the lack of responsibility.
Yeah, it's kind of in that same vein.
Yeah. The carefree, you know what I mean? I miss living in an apartment complex with my friends and, going out, grabbing our bikes and just fucking screwing around all day.
Yeah, going outside and playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, that was always fun.
Or staying up all night.
Playing physical games too. Like I used to play when I was a kid. I played basketball a lot.
Yeah, I was doing street hockey.
I can't remember the last time I shot a basket at a hoop. It's been years.
Mm-hmm. So, well, that's been episode 23, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. And don't forget that each and every be part of the show and get the episodes early. If you have no bucks to toss our way, that is just dandy. Please find us and subscribe to us over on YouTube and check out Dan's unboxing video of the Halo Infinite Xbox Series X or any of the podcast services, and rate us to help us grow this show into something bigger and better. Until next time, game on, players.
Have